Testing, testing, one, two, three. Hang on. Testing, testing, one, two, three. Making sure this live stream. So far, no viewers here. Okay. All right. Well, at the time of this recording, there's no viewers, and as always, always just a lone live streamer here with no viewers, no commentators other than me. As always, even if I live stream on YouTube or Twitch or Rumble, I'll probably get no 1,000 viewers or 100 viewers. It's just always me, all alone, solo, because nobody just chooses to sit around and hear what I have to say from start to finish. So yeah, I'm promoting my Wattpad, as always, because I've been having it around. Joined since January 11th, 2013. And it's been more than a decade. It's already been like one decade already, single decade, more than 10 years since I joined 2013. So once again, I have put this under the pinned comment. I'll read it. First Amendment disclaimer. Viewer discretion is advised. This content may contain mature, 18 plus, not safe for work themes, discussions, or visual material intended for adult audience. Viewer, dis- viewer, dis- viewer discretion is advised, or viewer guidance is recommended. I fully exercise my rights under the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, including freedom of speech, expression in the press, media, production. Any third-party material, clips, or visual references appearing in this content are used under fair use for purposes of commentary, critiques. And of course, this is my live stream, my live stream on Facebook. So intellectual property under General Sunbeam, under me, General Sunbeam. And it's been a long time since I ever did live stream. So just to do an update, early October, Tuesday, October the 7th, 2025. And then yeah. So I'm trying to figure out where else to put it. Cause I'm just currently screen sharing my Wattpad here, promoting my Wattpad, my profile here, as always. Been having this account, writing stories, just to show this is kind of the person I am, what I'm doing right now. And I'm gonna promote my YouTube, General Sunbeam. These are all my concrete facts. I own Wattpad, I have my own Wattpad account, and I have my own YouTube account. Currently at sitting at 127 subscribers with almost 500 video content produced under my YouTube account, General Sunbeam. So right now I have 66,244 views, 494 videos, currently at 127 subscribers. Joined June 22nd, 2020, around the height of COVID-19. These are all my links here. DeviantArt, Facebook, under Solitaire Cosplay, Twitch, Wattpad, and Blogspot or bloggers. Once again, welcome to the world of General Sunbeam. Greetings, fellow creatives and anime enthusiasts. I'm known across the digital realm as General Sunbeam, Sunbeam Titan, and Solitaire Cosplay. As a passionate content creator, live streamer, and anime-inspired writer, I dedicate my channel to bringing imaginative stories to life. My mission to evolve into a successful creative writer. Sorry, I got distracted. So, my mission to evolve into a successful creative writer and anime producer, crafting narratives that resonate with audience worldwide, inspired by visionaries like Monty Ohm, Ruby, and platforms such as Funimation and Crunchyroll. I aim to transform my stories into captivating visual experience. What to expect? Original anime-inspired stories and scripts, engaging live streams and creative discussions, insights into the journey of content creation and storytelling. And you can connect with me on Facebook, Solitaire Cosplay, DeviantArt, Sunbeam Zero, Solitaire Cosplay, Wattpad, Sunbeam 007, Blogger or Blogspot, General Sunbeam Story, and you know me, anime writer, anime storyteller, storytelling, content creator, and a live streamer. Okay, sorry, I'm really am being very introverted. I'm not much of a talker, not much of a commentator. So I just want to get that straight, get it out of the way. Again, that just really shows who I am as a heavy, quiet, mostly a quiet, introverted person. And of course, I don't really talk a lot because my voice is naturally booming loud, and I'm in my own bedroom, in my own comfort of my own bedroom here. Still currently residing, living with my parents, my mom and dad, while my wife and my dad are at work at Amazon, as always. And I'm just here home alone until 10:45 a.m. or 11 a.m. And I'm gonna get to that. But yes, once again, I'm just a heavy introvert. As shown, I haven't been talking and I haven't been doing a lot of live streaming lately. So I just got back on and just started live streaming right now, as of earlier on Tuesday, October 7th. And I'm just kind of a bit lost of words and a bit tired. Had my morning cup of coffee, trying to think what to say. So what I can say is right now I'm aware of what's going on. I've been watching the news, watching from ABC, Fox News, CNN, international news. So I'm aware of the government shutdown. The government shutdown has occurred recently, a few days ago, since the 1st of October. The government shutdown pretty much affects all those that works for the government, pretty much, like the Department of Motor Vehicles, DMV, TSA, air traffic controls, anybody or anyone working for the government directly, state government, federal government, are affected by the government shutdown. So yes, I'm aware of that. But I guess I'm not working for the government. I'm not working for any government. I'm working in a 1099 gig in the gig economy around there. And I'm also aware that about North Korea always producing ballistic international intercontinental ballistic missiles. North Korea being North Korea, all those dictators. I have nothing else to say about that because I'm just glad to be here in America, not in North Korea. But I hate authoritarians and dictators and micromanagers. I don't like those people that micromanage and boss around. I don't like bossy people. I'm gonna tell you that. I don't want to live in that kind of country. I don't want to live around people like that. I'm an autonomous that believes autonomy, self-governance, and independence as an individual. For those that already knew me, I am a very autonomous person. And I have shown that and I have demonstrated that ever since I turned 18 and turned the legal age where I can drink alcohol. And as always, I'm a social drinker. I don't drink alcohol like a drunk. I'm not that kind of people or person. I don't drink heavily. So alright, once again, sorry for the big pause. Trying to look for okay, so I want to address this. I want to address an issue that I feel strongly about, the monetization requirements imposed by platforms like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter X, DeviantArt, and Twitch. Currently, let me charge my phone because okay, there you go. Try to get my phone fully charged before I go out and do my gig. So again, I always still strongly disagree about this whole monetization requirements coming from all these social medias. Currently, these platforms require creators to meet high benchmarks like 1,000 subscribers or 1,000 followers on Facebook, 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, 4,000 watch hours or 50 followers on Twitch before they can even begin to earn from their content. I strongly disagree with these requirements. It shouldn't take thousands of subscribers or millions of views to start monetizing content. These thresholds place an undue burden on content creators and make it incredibly difficult for new and aspiring content creators to earn a living. I don't understand how people like PewDiePie, Mr. Beast, Markiplier, and other average YouTubers like RGC World, uh, Caleb City, Sylvanas, Long Beach Griffey, like all these average content creators that are able to earn 500,000 subscribers. I don't understand how these average YouTubers are able to earn a living or how they reach 500,000 subscribers that fast. And even for those that earn 10K subscribers for only uploading 50 or less than 50 content, whereas me, I'm almost about to hit 500 video content production and I only have 127 subscribers. I used to have 128 subscribers, but it went down to 127 subscribers. That's something I cannot wrap my head around. So yes, these thresholds place an undue burden on creators, content creators, and make it incredibly difficult for new and aspiring content creators to earn a living. For those starting out as YouTubers, Facebook, Rumble, Kick, all that. I really disagree with the whole monetization policies of every social media giants. Even Rumble, I cannot reach 100 or 50 followers on Rumble. I mean, I already surpassed enough to live stream, but I really hate having to earn 100 or 50 followers on Rumble to start monetizing or something. Like, I really trying to ask AI if there's any social media giants or any social medias out there that doesn't go by these monetization requirements. So yes, it just place an undue burden on content creators, aspiring and newly created content creators. Content creators can't control how many people subscribe or follow them, nor should their earnings be tied to such metrics. People can unsubscribe or unfollow at any time, making it an unreliable measure of a creator's worth or potential. I believe these platforms should lower or eliminate these stringent requirements and make it easier for creators to monetize their content. Everyone who puts effort into creating videos, sharing thoughts, or making reels should have the opportunity to earn from their work without having to meet arbitrary and difficult benchmarks. Oh my gosh, my glasses are fogging up. Oh boy. Oh boy, gotta stretch. Oh. Okay. And give me some hydration. Try to drink some water. Okay. So where was I? So yes, these thresholds place an undue burden on creators and make it incredibly difficult for new and aspiring content creators to earn a living. Content creators can't control how many people subscribe or follow them, nor should their earnings be tied to such metrics. People can unsubscribe or unfollow at any time, making it an unreliable measure of a creator's worth or potential. I believe these platforms should lower or eliminate these stringent requirements. Hands down, make it easier for content creators to monetize their content. Everyone who puts effort into creating videos, editing, adding special effects, all these, like a lot of movies, like movie producers, they take time to edit, they travel to other countries to shoot their productions and all that. They edit, they compile them together, they add special effects, sound effects, musics. If it takes them months to produce such videos of that caliber, sharing thoughts or making reels should have the opportunity to earn from their work without having to meet arbitrary and difficult benchmarks of having to meet over 1,000 subscribers or so. It's just stupid. Or I should call it retarded. I want to advocate for a change in how these platforms handle monetizations, making it fairer and more accessible for all content creators. Let's push for a system where creativity and effort are rewarded without unnecessary hurdles, without having to go through 1,000 followers or 1,000 subscribers or higher, or even to meet 400,000 watch hours or so. Like, it shouldn't have to be that going that far. It shouldn't have to be that big of a deal. So thank you for supporting this cause and for helping make the content creation landscape more equitable, equitable for everyone, more accessible for everyone. And again, I want to address the significant challenges and frustrations I have with the monetization requirements set by platforms, social media platform giants like YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, and DeviantArt, Pinterest, Rumble, Dailymotion, all that, or Venimo, or any other social media's video content platforms. It's challenging and frustrations that is always the power to all the viewers, the potential subscribers or followers, to simply hit that button, hit the follow button or the subscribe button. When everyone can do that, just hit that button and just hit, don't hit the bell or notification, just subscribe and just leave it alone. I really disagree with the whole monetization requirements set by all these platform giants. These platforms often require creators to achieve high benchmarks, such as 1,000 subscribers, 50 followers on Twitch, or specific watch hours before allowing monetization or earning from contents. This is a struggle for many creators, aspiring creators, new creators, including myself, who have been active for decades but still face challenges in growing a fan base. At one point, I had 5 subscribers. Oh, that was a long time ago. I should update that. At one point, I used to have 128 subscribers on YouTube, and now it went down to 127 subscribers. And then I probably have 40 followers on Twitch, or now it went down to 39 or 38. And then my Solitaire Cosplay on Facebook, I used to have 505 followers. Now it went down to 497 followers on my Solitaire Cosplay Facebook. I'm aware of all that. I'm aware of all these benchmark metrics, and I really hated it. So this is definitely a struggle for many aspiring, newly created creators, content creators on various social media platform giants. Because, they've been active for decades, more than 10 years. They still haven't been reaching monetization policies. And I don't understand all these YouTubers or Facebook or Instagram users that's able to have 10K followers, 10K subscribers, are able to reach monetization requirements. I don't understand that. That's a big complaint, my biggest disagreement, and my biggest imbalance and unfairness and uncertainty and all that I want to call out and point out. Like, I'm trying to be one of those biggest YouTubers like Mr. Beast, PewDiePie, and all that. And I don't know how people or what they produce that able to reach that level of subscribers, followers, and all that. Again, this is just pretty much a struggle for many newly content creators, live streamers, bloggers, and all that. Because I really used to have some amount of followers, and then I just lose a great amount of followers. But now I just lost them all. Similarly, my DeviantArt watchers dwindled from having 173 going down to 169, 170, then went back up to 171, 172, 173. And currently I checked my DeviantArt account. I currently have 173 watchers on there. Largely due to fake counts and low engagement. Despite being a verified and legitimate user for nearly 30 years on DeviantArt, building and maintaining a fan base has been incredibly difficult. Moreover, being a public figure or model comes with its own risk. Exposing yourself online can attract privacy invasions, stalkers, creepers, and unwanted attention. Aspiring influencers and models need to be aware of these potential dangers and understand the trade-offs of putting themselves out there. You agree to the typical invisible terms of service, the TOS, that if you're trying to become a public figure, a successful public figure, model, cosplayer, or whatever, exposing yourself online and even exposing yourself in real life as a public figure can attract privacy invasions, stalkers, creepers, unwanted attention. And you know it. So you shouldn't be complaining or whining about stalkers and all that. You yourself, especially if you're a female, you're trying to put makeup and trying to look beautiful on purpose, intentionally. You're throwing yourself out there, exposing yourself to potential stalkers and creepers. I want to make sure that you yourself are aware of that if you're trying to become a public figure or an online media sensation or trying to attract attention to yourself and all that. Trying to be a clout chaser and all that. I mean, that's what happened to Jack Doherty, Johnny Somali, Neon, all these people out there trying to get clout and trying to attract attention, unwanted attention, doing all these bad things, and that's what the consequences they are getting. They get in trouble with the law enforcement and all that. People are doxing them, and I don't know, like, two wrongs don't make a right, as they say, and I don't know what else to say about that. Just, if you're trying to do the right thing, just make sure to be aware of your security, online privacy, online security, and that if you're being a public figure, high profile public figure, you agree to the term of service that you're tracking stalkers, potentially tracking stalkers, creepers, and there's going to be privacy invasions and all these security risks. So just know that and be aware of all that. But that's a big danger, these potential dangers, and understand the trade-offs of putting themselves out there. I believe these platforms need to rethink their monetization policies, as well as those being a public figure, models or so, that you should be aware of your risk and consequences of throwing yourself out there, exposing yourselves online and offline. So I just want to throw that out there and express that as a true advisory warning. So again, these platforms need to rethink their monetization policies and make it fair for all new creators that are trying to understand that it is hard to earn subscribers or followers. Content creators should have a fair chance to earn from their work without being subjected to arbitrary benchmarks that are hard to achieve and maintain, let alone trying to earn loyal subscribers, legitimate subscribers, and followers, not from dead, not from dead or fake accounts or mule accounts that are just spams and scams and solicitators and all that. Let's push for a more equitable and accessible system that rewards creators for their effort and creativity, not just their follower count or subscriber counts. Thank you for understanding and supporting this cause. And then I'd like to share some thoughts on a few important topics that I feel could greatly enhance our community and quality of life. First and foremost, I envision a comprehensive, all-in-one medical center that combines various healthcare services under one roof. For example, like dermatology, dermatologists, dental care, cognitive and neurological care, spa treatments, advanced spa treatments, hand and nail care, and mental health service all in one roof, all in one medical service. Like a super hospital, super medical care or something. This would eliminate the need to drive to multiple locations for different treatments and provide a seamless, integrated healthcare experience. Additionally, I would love to see exotic spa treatments like mud baths available locally in Central Texas, here in ATX in Austin, Texas, Pflugerville, Round Rock, somewhere around Central Texas precisely, or around the Austin region. Specifically around Pflugerville and Round Rock, or again Austin, ATX. So we don't have to travel to far off places like California, Napa Valley, and Calistoga for such experiences. As a nature enthusiastic and a clothing optional supporter I'd also like to see more clothing optional parks and resorts in Central Texas. Again, particularly Austin, ATX. It's about creating spaces where people can connect with nature and feel comfortable in their own skin and being themselves. Furthermore, I'm a strong advocate for more anime-themed businesses in Central Texas. Again, Anime Town. Promoting hashtag Anime Town. Still haven't forgot about Anime Town. And still supportive in anime plazas and creating an anime-centric similar to Chinatown. So again, Anime Town. So I'm at more anime-themed businesses in Central Texas. I'm a strong advocate for that. We need more retail stores, themed cafes, and conventions that celebrate anime culture year-round. Again, Anime Town. It would be fantastic to see more conventions featuring cosplayers prominently on their websites. Sorry, let me repeat that again. And conventions that celebrate anime culture. It would be fantastic to see more conventions featuring cosplayers prominently on their websites and giving recognition to community members like myself who have been active or actively communicate community members like myself who have been actively involved in conventions and anime cultures for years or decades. We deserve to be acknowledged not just through attendance, but through visibility, interviews, blogs, and even documentary features that capture the essence of who we are and what we bring to these spaces. Beyond conventions, I believe there is a need for an anime town. As I said earlier, anime town. Promoting anime town, anime centric like Chinatown or Anime Plaza. I believe there is a need for an anime town, a fully realized plaza dedicated to anime culture, similar to how Chinatowns or little Tokyos exist as cultural hubs. Imagine a central plaza filled with anime merchandise shops, manga cafes, themed diners inspired by iconic shows, cosplay tailoring studios, retro gaming arcades, karaoke, anime themed karaoke, and even small anime theaters hosting screenings and community panels. Such a place would not only boost tourism but also provide local creators and small business owners to an outlet to thrive in a supportive and culturally vibrant environment. I also advocate for better opportunities in the media and modeling space, where cosplayers and content creators can be spotlighted without needing a massive follower count, or subscriber count, or watcher count, and all these stupid monetization policy requirements. It should just be like X Hamster, where you can just submit an ID, I-9 form, or 1099 NEC or something, and just straight up start earning like that. I mean, I also advocate for better opportunities. Once again, I advocate for better opportunities in the media and modeling space where cosplayers and content creators can be spotlighted without needing a massive follower count. It's time for the industry to stop measuring value solely by likes, subscribers, followers, viewers, all these stupid, retarded monetization policy requirements of all these social media giants, and just be straightforward, submit a form, and start earning pennies right off the bat. Because they deserve to be spotlighted. All these content creators put their heart and soul, they edit, adding music, special effects, or whatever. If it takes them months to produce a video content of that caliber, then they deserve to be monetized right off the bat and start earning pennies right off the bat without needing a massive follower count or subscribers and all these retarded monetization policies. It's time for the industry to stop measuring value solely by likes, subscribers, followers, numbers, and all these stupid retarded metrics. Talent, passion, and consistency should be recognized on their own merits. Let's us build a future where creative individuals don't have to go viral to be validated. Let's foster communities that celebrate authenticity and give everyone a space to shine regardless of popularity metrics. Let's not go for that. Thank you for listening, and thank you for believing in a more inclusive and artistically flourishing future where everyone can be valued equally and everyone deserves a spotlight, and to have a spotlight shine on them to be popular. They deserve to get equal treatments, likes, subscribes, and to be monetized and to earn pennies from a single video. Now again, continuing this public address, a word on responsibility and recognition to everyone listening and still listening, tuning in around this hour. I want to take a moment to speak from the heart. Over the past several weeks, especially around mid-April, all right, this was a long time ago, but I should really edit this. As always, I've been putting a lot of physical effort to support my media family, whether it's lifting heavy furniture, helping bring large TVs up and downstairs, or bringing in groceries from Costco in the back of a trunk on a big, large vehicle, helping take out trash or recycle bins, and doing what's best for our families and businesses. Again, or managing household cleanups like breaking down boxes and packing up large black trash bags. I've been consistently stepping up when needed, always as the elder brother or the elder son here in the Asian family, in the Asian community, Asian families, in the Eastern Asian culture and all that. These aren't light tasks. Moving a massive table down narrow stairs, lifting brand new heavy TVs, televisions into place, and handling trash runs with oversized loads. This is real exhausting work, and I hate heavy lifting. I'm not a big fan of heavy duties and heavy work or handyman tasks that does all these heavy works. This is real exhausting works, and I don't do it for praises. I do it because I care. I mean, being the son, the elder son, the older brother, and all that, I do it because I care. I'm the part of the family, the piece of the puzzle, and all that. because I take responsibility seriously. I mean, I don't do it with a smiley face, I'll tell you that. I'm not a happy person and I don't often like doing all these work, heavy duty work. But I do it because I take responsibility seriously as a grown adult in my 30s and all that. But just because I do it willingly doesn't mean it's easy and I'm happy about it. And it certainly doesn't mean it should be taken for granted. I say this not to speak applause, but to remind others people who show up, live, carry, and clean, often without being asked, deserve to be recognized, respected, and supported in return. And I say this those who do a lot of work deserve the highest reward, the highest benefits. Than those, I don't know if this constitutes a socialist, communism, or whatever in political term, but when I say this, when I do all the heavy lifting, all the heavy work, if I do dishes, if I clean a kitchen upside down, mopping the floor, sweeping the floor, cleaning the table, detailing and all that, and I had to clean the microwave inside out, if I had to mow the lawn, if I had to do almost 75%, almost 100% of all the heavy work, all the handyman work, I should deserve the food, the drink, the treasures, $1 million, while the lesser brothers, the younger brothers, and those who contribute very little get little to no reward. I don't know what political term that is, if that's communism, socialism, or fascism, but like me as the eldest son, the elder brother, the eldest son, the older brother, I say if I had to do all the handyman work, all the heavy lifting, all the warehouse work, I deserve all the benefits, the reward. I reap the most rewards, while the younger brother and the youngest sons and those who are lazy that don't do a lot of work should get little to no reward, no benefits. Straightforward. So I want to make that clear. Once again, I don't know what political term that is called, if that's communism or socialism, but I do a lot of work and I hate having to do a lot of work. I do have a bit of a lazy mind. I may have strong work ethics, but I do feel lazy at times. I want to be honest with that. I don't like doing a lot of work. I like to do my own things. I like to write stories. I don't watch anime. I don't play video games. I don't play games as much. I don't really like to commit a lot of my time just playing games without live streaming it or producing content off of it. I'm trying to make money, trying to make pennies and make dollars doing what I do, turning all my passionate hobbies into paid careers. So again, I work very hard and I've been carrying a lot of trash bags, doing a lot of heavy lifting, bringing TVs and furniture up the stairs, down the stairs, stubbing my toes, stubbing my fingers, injuring my foot with all these heavy furnitures. And I hate having to do all the heavy lifting and all these furniture lifting. I don't like doing heavy tasks and heavy duty works. And I don't even like working at Amazon or at warehouse facilities. I like doing a lot of light lifting work, less stressful tasks. So I want to throw that out there and make that part of a concrete fact about me. So I want to make that clear that I'm doing all these work and that this is real exhausting work, and I don't do it for praises. I do it because I care, but because I take responsibility seriously. But just because I do it willingly doesn't mean it's easy, nor do I do it with a happy face. And it certainly doesn't mean it should be taken for granted. I say this not to seek applause, but to remind others people who show up, live, carry, and clean, often often without being asked, deserve to be recognized, respected, supported in return, and praised with reward and benefits. Money, payment, and all the treasures, all the goods. And those who do not or contribute or do their fair share of the work should deserve little to no benefits or no reward, no pay, no food or drinks. They should suffer because they're lazy and lousy for not doing the equal share. And I believe in equilibrium and equal value, fair share, and those who contribute the most deserve the highest benefits and reward. I don't know what political term that is, whether that's socialism, communism, fascism, totalitarian, but I think it's just the same as illegal immigrants They should not come in illegally, and that they should follow the naturalization process, due process to become a legal U.S. citizens. They should not steal or reap the reward illegally like that. So I think that's the same thing. So they deserve to be recognized, rewarded, respected, and supported in return. Labor, especially within the home or at the warehouse, deserves just as much as acknowledgement as any job outside of it. So if you ever found yourself doing heavy lifting, heavy duty, literally and figuratively, I see you, and I hope that those around you do too, and that you will be rewarded, respected, and reap all the benefits, all the treasures, all the goods, the money, the pay, than those that contribute less and not do a lot of work. Those people don't deserve rewards. They should be homeless. Well, I'm not trying to be rude, but that's the truth. Public address. Once again, still addressing to the public. A word on responsibility, burnout, and boundaries. As I'll repeat this to everyone listening. Lately, I've been dedicating a great amount of time, a great deal of time and energy helping my immediate family with household responsibility, moving heavy furniture, setting up large TV, carrying tables down, and my phone is fully charged, 100%. Gonna remove the cable. So doing household responsibility, moving heavy furniture, setting up large TVs, carrying tables downstairs, breaking down boxes, and handling trash runs with big, heavy bags around. This was around Easter holiday, around mid-April, during the time my cousins came over. Especially, I was constantly on call for tasks like these. I stepped up over and over again, doing what needed to be done without hesitation. But I want to be honest, this has taken a toll on me physically. I'm exhausted. Emotionally, I'm drained, stressed, not happy about it. It's not what I don't care. I do. That's why I keep showing up. But I also have my own dreams, my own passion, like writing stories, creative writer, being an animator like Monty owns Ruby, and all these producers, anime producers that got their animations on Crunchyroll and all that, or Netflix, Hulu, and all that. Again, like writing stories and diving into animation. That is my dream. These are my things that give me energy, joy, and purpose. I want to be able to dedicate myself to my creative work the way I dedicate to a full-time job, 30 hours a week or more, 40 hours, 50 hours, 60 hours at the max, building something that reflects who I am and what I care about. Instead, I often find my free time slipping away. I don't appreciate being pulled away constantly every other day or every week for something that chips away at my pace and rhythm. This isn't about refusing to help. It's about needing space to breathe, to rest, to grow. Helping others shouldn't come at the cost of losing yourself. So I say this firmly. I'm setting boundaries. I need room to pursue my work and nurture my own well-being. That doesn't make me selfish. It makes me human. And of course, I'm just telling the truth and being honest, transparent. And the next public statement, and again, I have said this previously and over. I'll restate this again. Public statement. My dream is to become an animator. To the public and to everyone across social media and the internet, I want to share something personal, something that defines who I am and where I'm heading. As I said this many times, my dream is to become an animator. I've always admired the brilliant minds behind the anime and animation industries, those directors, producers, and creators at places like Studio Ghibli, Crunchyroll, Sentai Films Work, many other independent indie creators like someone that produced and got it on Hulu, Netflix, like for example the recent Demon Slayer movie, The Infinite Castle arc, by that anime producer. That's one instant there. I always admired in the brilliant minds behind the anime and animation industries, and so many others whose work we see on screen and fall in love with. Their stories have touched hearts around the world, and I want to do the same. I want to do the same. I want to be the same. I want to be those people, among those anime producers. I want to bring characters to life, build entire worlds from the ground up, and share stories that leave people inspired. This isn't just a hobby or a passing interest. Oh my gosh. This is what drives me. This is my future career goal. I want to be one of those names in the credits, one of those creators who brought imaginations to life, whether it's writing stories, producing animations, or combining both into a meaningful universe. This is my path, and I'm walking it every day, whenever I can, whenever I have the free time. Thank you to everyone who supports and believes in the power of creativity. I'm not there yet, but hopefully I will be. And that's the memo. And thank you for the likes, and thank you for the views. To anyone tuning in and watching, appreciate your support. So again, it's 9:28 a.m. Yeah, I'm just watching my own live stream. So once again, I'll recite this. First Amendment disclaimer, viewer discretion is advised. This content may contain mature, not safe for work, 18 plus themes, discussions, or visual material intended for adult audiences. Viewer guidance is recommended. I fully exercise my rights under the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, including freedom of speech, expressions, and press media production. Any third-party material, clips, or visual references appearing in this content are used under fair use for purposes of commentary, critiques, or criticisms, and all that. Thank you for understanding and all that. And as always, I'm trying to really hide all these lousy advertisements on my news feed, on my feed here. And yes, I'm still promoting my Wattpad. I've been speaking my mind while still live streaming on my Wattpad, screen sharing this on my Wattpad. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out where else I should screen share my uh I have nowhere else to screen share my live stream to, other than just to promote my Wattpad. I mean, here's all my stories, all these written stories. Okay, so right now it's half an hour to 10, and I will go ahead and disclose this that I'll be soon be going out to do lunch drop. For those that are not familiar with lunch drop, I have shared this on my Facebook, on my personal Facebook. So I'll say this: I posted 2 hours ago on my personal Facebook account. Drive weekday lunch routes with lunch drop, Austin, Texas. I've been delivering with lunch drop in Austin, and it's given me a steady, predictable lunch hour gig. If you're looking for weekday routes with guaranteed pay, apply below and please list my first, middle, last name as your referral. Apply. I have the link, www.lunchdrop.com/drive Austin. Again, https lunchdrop.com or www.lunchdrop.com/drive Austin, and add me as your referral on your list. My first, middle, last name, and how a typical day runs at 10:10 a.m. At 10:10 a.m., you will get a text to confirm if you are available. Make sure to confirm before 10:30 a.m. You'll receive a text message saying if you are available, and you hit confirm if you're available. If you're not, don't confirm. Hit I'm not available. Make sure you confirm before 10:30 a.m. 10:45, between 10:45 to 11 a.m. That's when you will get your routes. Your routes will be assigned. Routes are assigned. Most days are two pickups. Two pickups by standard on average. Most days are two pickups with up to six drop-off points. Some routes are light and relaxed. Others can be busy. Example given, 30 items from one restaurant. I usually finish around 12:45 p.m. or between 12:45 to 1 p.m. in the afternoon in the Northwest Austin area. Pay structure for Austin example, subject to change. Base per route is $22. Performance bonus is $6 per day for on-time arrival, error-free delivery, and active tracking. 2-week streak bonus. 8 days is $16. 9 days is $27. 10 days is $50. Example effective rate with a 10-day streak is $33 per day. Role type, it is a 1099 independent contractor. Set your weekday lunch availability. Quick Zoom orientation for onboarding. What you need: reliable vehicle, valid driver's license and insurance. Smartphone with data, GPS, insulated food bags recommended. How to sign up? Once again, go to www.lunchdrop.com/drive Austin or https lunchdrop.com/drive Austin. Number 2, enter your referral, which is my first, middle, last name as your referrer. Number 3, submit the short application. Number 4, attend the Zoom orientation. Number 5, upload contractor documents and bank info for direct deposit. Number 6, receive your first route. Referral note: recent referral bonus seen, $50 after the new driver completes 25 days. No cost to you, just list my first, middle, last name. Quick, frequently asked questions: W-2 or 1099? 1099 independent contractor. Route length, often 45 minutes. It may be an hour. Many finish near 12:05 p.m. How is pay delivered? Direct deposit per lunch drops pay cycle. Can I stack gigs? Yes, many drivers pair this with other work before or after the lunch window. If you have questions, welcome. Message me anytime. If I'm available and if I'm in the mood to talk. Just to be honest. I'm a busy man. I'm a busy person. So I shared some links. So Lunch Drop, it looks like has a black and white app. It says Lunch Drop. So I don't know how I'm gonna share this on my Facebook live stream, but you get so again at 10:10 you receive a text message saying to confirm if you're available. Make sure you hit the green confirm button, and then if you're not available, hit the small fine print button saying I'm not available. But you can always make sure you do this ahead of time, at least 2 weeks in advance or a week before. If you're not available, just tap the button. Like if you're not available today, Tuesday, tap Tuesday to say you're not available. Easy peasy. It is a typical 1099 gig. You're your own boss. It is just like DoorDash, Uber Eats. You work whenever you want, and it's about 45 minutes to an hour duration. On average, you get 2 pickup restaurants and then up to like 6 drop-off points at offices, public office buildings. For example, Monday, October 6th, I got a pickup where they had me pick up a Torchy's Tacos on Spicewood Springs at 11:30 a.m. for M01. which is the code, the pickup code. Drop offs are at stop number one is eBay CO, and stop number two is at CACI Z1, and stop number three is Amber Oaks Building G at H4 for those three office companies, for example. So I got three drop offs and one pickup. But on average, I get two restaurant picks up and maybe up to six or four or five drop offs office. And usually the pickup restaurants are around 11:20 at the minimum, at the max at 11:30. So that's your typical daily lunch drop routes and how lunch drop works. There you go. So let's go ahead and promote lunch drop. So here's a lunch drop website. As shown, pick up office lunches for $33 to $50 plus drive a lunch drop. You put your first name like that. Like that, you just put in your first name, like that. Like that. So you put in your first, your last, your phone number, your phone contact, your email, city. So they got Austin, Boston, Charlotte, Chicago, Dallas, DC Metro, Houston, Phoenix, Raleigh, San Francisco Bay Area, Seattle, and mine's in Austin. So requirements, at least 21 years old, iPhone or Android smartphone, valid US driver license and auto insurance, have a reliable car, meet insurance requirements. So that's the website, Lunchdrop website. So you go to lunchdrop.com, www.lunchdrop.com/drive. So this is what it looks like. Lunchdrop, why offices choose to deliver lunch, more. So about Lunchdrop. Since 2015, Lunchdrop has worked hard to perfect the delivery of individually packaged meals and catering to office, schools, and hospitals. We offer thousands of great local restaurants and national chains with free delivery. Our network of drivers are carefully screened and hired to help ensure the best possible timelessness and service. What is Lunchdrop? Our most popular product is individually packaged and labeled meals. You can easily order just for yourself with no minimums, or for your team. Orders can be placed from multiple restaurants, meaning your college can enjoy a hamburger while you enjoy your shrimp tacos. Okay. We also offer traditional catering services. How can Lunchdrop claim unbeatable prices? We are proud to provide lunches from the most popular restaurants at the same price as picking up from the restaurant yourself. Unlike other services that charge delivery fees, markup menu items include hidden fees or require subscription. Lunchdrop remains committed to vowing customers. I'm sorry, not vowing, committed to wowing customers with unbeatable prices and service. It's how we become one of the fastest growing brands in the country. So this is about lunch drop, and I'm not gonna read all this, but there it is. So you go to apply to drive, and then again drive a lunch drop. So yes, I've been doing lunch drop for a few years, and I'm doing it right now. And later on, I'll be out there on the road doing lunch drop. I don't know which restaurant I'll be picking up. Maybe somewhere on Burnett Streets or in Arboretum. I do work in the Northwest area. I told lunch drop I live in the Northwest area of Austin around Anderson Mill Road. So Anderson Mill, West Palmer Lane, Palmer Lane, West Palmer Lane, Anderson Mill Road, Airport Boulevard. Maybe I don't like to drive that far, but I live in the Anderson Mills area. So in the northwest of ATX. So again, there's a website, lunchdrop.com/drive. I'm sharing this sharing this all here on Facebook Livestream. So you put your first name, first, last, phone number, email address, choose your city, zip code, referred by, and yeah, you get paid about $28, almost $30 an hour, and every 2 weeks, every second week, if you work another 5 days, total 10 days, you get a $50 bonus. Okay. So again, sorry for the big long moment of silence. Been a very quiet person. Not much of a talker. Like I said, I'm not much of a commentator. I don't really talk a lot. Especially I have a kind of a natural loud booming voice. And I do live with my family, so I'm sure my immediate family can hear what I'm saying here in this bedroom. I don't live on my own anymore. Not like last year. I don't live in an apartment anymore. So so this is what Lunch Drop looks like. That's the website, the home website. And I'll be doing Lunch Drop later on. I don't know which restaurant we'll be picking up. I'm sure it's gonna be probably be fairly busy, averagely busy, probably 3 or 4 stops. And I might be picking up at 2 restaurants, somewhere around the Domain in the northwest side of Austin, somewhere around the Domain, Anderson Airport Boulevard, Lakeline Mall, or somewhere around near Cedar Park. But I sure wish Lunch Drop could raise the pay rate to $30 an hour. Not $30 an hour, like $30 are a daily route. All right, well, I don't have much to say, and again, I've been very much quiet. I'm not much of a commentator. I know I said that a few times. It's like, oh, okay, and I'm feeling very tired. Oh. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut the stream. Thank you for tuning in. My name's Sunbeam Titan, General Sunbeam, and I have said what I have to say. I already said on the comments, I speak my mind. I'm more of a typer kind of person. I type. I speak my mind on the social medias. I don't really talk by mouth, orally. I type what I have to say, and again, I'm not much of a person that likes to cause drama. Or again, I don't cause problems. I solve problems, not cause them. I don't start trouble. I like to avoid them. I'm that kind of person that like to be a peacemaker and a peacekeeper. So I want to make that clear. And I'm a storyteller, a story typer, a story writer kind of person. I don't really like to watch anime or play video games. And I haven't even watched that Demon Slayer movie. So like my wife and few other people are already spoiling that recently Demon Slayer Infinite Castle arc. Like I already know the characters, I know the villains, the Upper Moon, Michael Jackson, Muzan, Kibusuchi, and all that. I already know the Upper Moon, and I'm pretty sure I know how the plots and the stories unfold and how it all plays out. So I don't need to see the Demon Slayer movies or any other movies. I'm not a person that likes to watch movies or watch anime. I want to be a content creator, a live streamer, and a person that is the god of my own stories and write my own story kind of thing. So I want to make that clear and to get my point across and to communicate that effectively on live stream. So now you know. And yeah. So again, I'm going to be doing lunch drop later on. It's almost 10:10, almost 10:45, almost 11 a.m. And gonna charge my phone, charge all these other phones. I got total of 3 phones. One of them is my former wife, one a former OnePlus phone. Got gotta make sure to keep my phone fully charged because I need the phone for lunch drop. And again, I have it right there on my live stream what lunch drop is and how you apply for it. You see, first, last, phone number, email, choose your city, zip code, and referred by. Have it all in there. I already went through the interview on Zoom and I already submitted all my documents needed, and I am good to go. And I'm just gonna have to wait till about 11 a.m. to get my daily route for Tuesday for lunch drop.